So what does compliance really mean when you're using an EDRMS, electronic document and records management system? Well, it means three things. But what it doesn't mean is that the system is being used. It doesn't mean that people are storing records in it. It doesn't mean it's been sold. None of the above. There has to be, and there is, a definitive, quantitative, mathematical way to prove that the system is actually compliant. So part of that is there are three measures that we can do here. Number one, or three elements of compliance. Number one is all records have to be immutable, and that means that the users are unable to delete or edit the records themselves, the content, or the metadata associated with them. That's important for the preservation of records integrity to preserve them as evidence in case they're needed in any future legal proceedings. Number two, second element is all the records have to be classified against the retention schedule. In other words, each record has to be assigned a retention rule from the official retention schedule. And that has to happen for each and every record. Number three is the classifications, the choice of which retention rule has been applied to which document has to be accurate or correct 85% of the time or higher. That's an important threshold. It could be higher in certain industries, but most industries, that's an acceptable 15% error rate. Ideally, it should be lower, but that should be good enough. So the classifications have to be proven. How do you do that? Well, you have to measure it and then write it down each and every working day because you get a flow rate of about 12,000 records a day if you have a system with 1,000 users in it. And that's going to accumulate to over 3 million in a given year. So at that rate and that volume of records, there's no way that you can correct mistakes. Therefore, every day you have to prove that it's at that classification accuracy level or higher. Why do we need that? Because you have to have that level of confidence in order to proceed with a disposition. 2-3 years out, you might be running a disposition and deleting millions of records with a single keystroke. We can't do that unless we have full confidence that the classification accuracy is high enough to do it. And there's no way to fix the mistakes. Therefore, we absolutely have to prove that those classifications are accurate.